What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on Dean's Collection, and today we are taking a look at another LEGO Avengers Marvel set, and this one is one that might make me upset. We'll see how the video goes, but this is the LEGO Marvel Infinity Saga Avengers versus the Leviathan, and this is a set that I have been somewhat looking forward to and also somewhat dreading in a way. So we are here with this set and I don't know what to think about it. I don't remember the original price. I believe it was like 50 bucks, but I got it on sale for about 30 or something like that. So yeah, that kind of tells you what I feel about this set. First of all, of course, I mean, this set's overpriced. I'm just saying that right now, but we're gonna get into this review. I'm very excited for it because, it's another Marvel set, and it's actually a set that has the Hulk in it that actually looks pretty decent. So I'm excited to take a look at that with you guys here this evening. And if you do like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we're gonna get into this review. So I have been looking forward to this set, and reason being because it's just a cool set, and of course it has the Hulk in it, and the Hulk is one of my favorite Marvel characters. But the box art does look very nice. I love the background with the New York City landscape. I love the Marvel logo. You got the Infinity Saga logo with Iron Man, 76209 Leviathan, 347 pieces. You got the whole image right there of what you all need to see. On the other side, you do have Lego Marvel with that kind of like a comic paneling for the Avengers stuff. On the other side, it's boring. The other side, it's legal info, all that stuff. And the other side's also boring, just with a picture of Black Widow. The back of the box is nothing special, but it does look pretty cool. Kind of shows you a little bit more on what you can do with it. The instruction booklets, of course, are pretty ugly looking. I mean, they do get the job done, I guess, but it is pretty cool to see, the Hulk actually being built here. I think that looks really cool, and this is of course the new Hulk mold, so we're going to be taking a look at that when we can. Instructions basic. Captain America follows you the entire way, and there's your entire set list for the instructions. So that's basically it for the instructions. And so this set completely built up. I want to take a look at the minifigures. I want to get those out of the way real quick. So first of all, you have Captain America here, which Captain America, honestly, it's not too bad. I do like this Captain America. Most of these figures were in the Quinjet set, so might talk about them a little less, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to talk about them as much as we can, but love the printing at the front. I love the helmet. The shield looks great. Would have loved to see red boots. I think that would have been nice. I don't think arm printing was needed for this figure. Red boots definitely were. I think that would have been nice, and I think we took a look at the back printing, and that also does look nice. He does have two faceplates, or faces. One of them is this kind of like, battling face, and the other one's more of a smiling, and there's that back print right there. The face, of course, is very diluted because this is printed, the skin color is printed on a darker piece, so yeah, it always just whitens down, really pales out the skin tone for that. So, and of course here is the figure from the Avengers Quinjet set. Same figure, nothing new. Would have preferred red boots. Now we have Black Widow, which Black Widow is an interesting case. I don't really care to have another Black Widow, to be honest, but she does look nice. I like the printing and everything. I really do like how they kept the arm printing for this set. They also gave her leg printing, which is interesting because, we'll bring out the other Black Widow in a second. But she's got leg printing, arm printing, which I think it's beautiful. I really do like the head sculpt. I think this is like the Jen Erso head sculpt that they've been using for years now. And it does look nice. I really do like the face, and the hair does look very nice. She also has this stud shooter gun, which, it's nothing crazy. You just pull down the little lever here and the stud goes flying off, so nothing crazy there. If we bring in the other Black Widow from the more expensive set, they didn't give her leg printing. Why would the more expensive set opt out on leg printing? I don't know, but if you got the Leviathan set, you get leg printing with yours, which I'm sure the leg printing is nothing crazy. I'm pretty sure it's in like every other set from like other lines or anything like that. So yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't give the Quinjet's Black Widow leg printing when they clearly can do it, so it's just kind of odd. I don't know why they did that, but it is nice that you do have a Black Widow with leg printing. So I think that this figure benefits from the leg printing, and I think it does look pretty good. Probably not accurate, but whatever. We also do have Loki, which is also a reuse of a character, but some subtle differences here and there. Of course, he does have his, like, you know, kind of staff thing. I forgot what it's called. I used to know the names of these weapons. He also does have a pretty big tesseract, which does look nice. And he has this really cool cape. This is the new plastic capes. They're no longer cloth. This is part of the plastic cape, so that's interesting. He does have the horned helmets, which of course, if you do take the horned helmets off, he does have another side to the face, which is his kind of captured face, which makes no sense because, you know, whatever. Would have preferred a new face. Also, this Loki does not include the hair sculpt. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't include the hair, which is another weird thing. Also, this Loki also has handcuffs and the cloth cape, while the other one has the plastic cape, no hair or handcuffs, which makes the kind of prisoner face mask muzzle thing not really important. I just kind of wish they gave us a new head sculpt, to be honest, and made that one a little bit more exclusive. Our last minifigure for this set is the Chitauri Soldier, which honestly I really do like. It's simple, it's pretty good. The printing, I mean, there's really no need for that much printing. I don't think I talked about Loki's printing as much. I think his was fine, I think. Maybe some side leg printing and arms. But for this one, it's simple. I mean, I like the torso and the head print and the back printing. It's not an original character, so if you needed an army build, there's other options so you can do that. So yeah, the only thing that's different is that gun. And the Hulk. The Hulk was one that I was very excited for, and first glance, he does look very good. I really, really do like this Hulk figure. This is what I have been waiting for a Hulk figure, and I'm so happy to finally have it. But he does have some issues. Number one, my biggest issue with this is the complete lack of leg anything. Like, we will bring out the original figure, but he doesn't have the toes anymore, which honestly a lot of people are happy about. I remember a lot of people being happy about it. I am on the short end of that. I don't really like that he doesn't have the toes, and I'm a little upset about that. But everything else is pretty much the same with the Big Fig mold, except the head that can actually swivel now. And this mold has been reused for a couple other characters. I believe this entire new feature was originally for Roadhog from the Overwatch sets, and it was also brought in with the older Infinity Saga set, the Thanos. So that is pretty cool, and it's cool that they gave it to the Hulk, which does look nice. But yeah, it just feels like they skipped out on so much detail. I mean, especially with the legs and the hairpiece too. For some reason on my copy, the hairpiece is so loose when you like wiggle it around. And bringing in the older Hulk, this is the original Hulk figure from 2012. Yeah, look at the pant detailing and tell me which one looks better. I mean, the detailing on the pants for the 2012 one looks so much better because it just looks like they put time into sculpting all that, and they kind of just half-assed the new one. And of course, the toes are there. I personally really like the toes. It just it looks odd to me without the toes for the Hulk. So I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't care for it. I know it's supposed to be a Lego, and Legos don't have toes, but who cares? I mean, who cares if it has toes or not? It's a big fig. It's supposed to be different from the minifigures. I honestly have no problem with the toes, and it just looks pretty decent in my opinion. I prefer the 2012 Hulk. But looking at all these figures, yeah, you can see that all of them are reused. The only new one is the Hulk, and even then, he's in the Avengers Tower set. So, I mean, is that even a new figure? I don't know, man. I just don't care for these figures at all. The Leviathan, though, honestly is not bad. I was expecting a little worse, but yeah, I think there is one big issue. But so far, in terms of build, it's not bad. I actually really do like the way the Leviathan looks. It looks pretty good. It was a fun building experience. I really did like putting all the spikes and all the gold pieces to really bring it together, so I think that was nice. Bringing in the tape measure, and I'm going to try my best to get it as perfect as I can, and I just kind of messed that up. So here's the actual measurements here. It's about 10.5 inches, maybe a little bit more. It's nothing crazy. Comparing that to a water bottle, I mean, it's a little bigger than a water bottle, so that's kind of your scaling. It's definitely bigger than I thought it would be, but when you compare it to like the box, yeah, it's definitely night and day. They were really false advertising with that. But in terms of the Leviathan itself, it's pretty good. I really do like the detailing, the armored look of this thing does look very nice, and it represents what you see in the movie pretty decently to an extent. I do like everything going on. Love the kind of armor plates. The gold does look nice, and I love how sharp he looks. He has a lot of sharp parts going everywhere. I really do like the rib kind of cages going all the way around. I think that's nice. Tail looks nice too, and I just love the armor plating. Like I said a million times, the armor plating looks nice, and the spikes at the back, I think that does look cool. And the gold, like I said, the gold really does pop, and it makes the figure look very nice and really goes well with that kind of tan color. So I really do like that, and even the gray doesn't really mess with it. On the bottom of the figure, you do have these little posts here, which pretty much just help it to look like it's floating. Not enough though, so if you do need to build it up, I mean, you're gonna have to need more clear pieces to make it look like it's actually flying. He does have stud shooters on the shoulder parts here, which, I mean, they work pretty much the same. You just kind of, you just gotta push it down. And I was struggling a lot for some reason, but there you go. That's how it basically works. It does have some posability going on here, which the head can go up and down. It got some nice side to side as well. It's on a ball joint, but it doesn't look up. Like, it just sags so much because of how heavy it is, so that really does suck. He does have a nice hinge joint at the jaw, which can open pretty far, so I'm pretty happy about that. And you can open it even further if you wanted to, so that's pretty cool. I think that looks nice, and I love the teeth in there, and I love the purple that's hinted inside the mouth as well. This whole head sculpt does look very nice, so I really do like that. He has ball joints all over these little, I guess, fin parts here. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. You can get it to pose however you want it with those. And of course, at these rib cage pieces, they're on hinge joints. All of them are on hinge joints. It doesn't really do anything for posability, but it's there if you ever needed it. And of course, he does have some ball joints here that do swivel side to side. He's got 4 different segments here, if I counted that correctly. 4 different segments, and they do just go side to side, and it really does give the entire build a very nice curve, so I really do like that. And you can kind of recreate him turning to chase Iron Man or something. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, to get a better glimpse of that curve, that's basically as good as you can get, and it flows pretty nicely for the most part, so I can't complain about that. I think that it is pretty cool, just the head sagging and the size. And when you take into account with the Quinjet that you do get, yeah, it's a little small. And putting the Leviathan on the Quinjet, this Leviathan should have been way bigger, to be honest, at least bigger. I don't know. But with all these figures, you can create your team of the Avengers, but of course you're missing Hawkeye because he comes in the $500 Avengers Tower set, and you could easily replace one of these reuse of a figure for the Hawkeye. That was my biggest complaint. I would have loved them to just get rid of Black Widow and give us Hawkeye, because Hawkeye is a very important part of the team. So I mean, it's stupid that I have to buy a $500 set just to get the Hawkeye, but if I want to go a little bit accurate, kind of just make my own right here. And now we have the whole team. So with all of that being said, let's take a look at some glamour shots, and let's just get into it. So I tried to save as much as my opinion for the end of the video as I could, and I want to start off with the rating. This is a 3.5 out of 5. That's basically what I'm giving this entire set. I don't care for it. There's some good things about it, but there's also some things. The overall build of the Leviathan, let's start with that. And I'm going to try and go through this as quickly as I can so I don't take up too much of your time, and yeah, hopefully I don't lose you here. The Leviathan set is good. I do like the way the Leviathan looks. He feels pretty nice. The only thing that I don't care for, just having the Leviathan alone, is the head and the size. The size is the biggest thing. This is what I think it was a $50 set. I'll have it on the screen. If it's more than that, then hell no, it's not worth it. But if you do get a deal on it like I did, I believe I paid like 30 bucks for it, like I said. Yeah, I think it was worth it, I guess, but I'm just not happy with this set. But the Leviathan itself is a pretty decent build, and I can tell they try to go as decently accurate as they could, so I'm happy about that. When it comes to minifigures though, wow, they fumbled. So starting off with the Hulk, the main reason why I bought this thing was the Leviathan, of course, to have with my Quinjet, even though it's smaller than the Quinjet. The Hulk was definitely my top why I got this set, and it's a pretty decent figure. I mean, everything is pretty much the same from the original Big Figs. The only thing that's different is the studs on the back, and the head can move now. The hairpiece doesn't stay on, which sucks. It's so loose, and I want to fix that. I'll just permanently have that on. I don't care. And the entire leg area, lack of detail, lack of toes. I don't even care for the toes. Just the lack of pant print is so disgusting looking to me. Because if you look at the 2012 one, it's so much better looking than this newer one, and it's kind of sad. But brushing past that, it's a decent Big Fig, just not as good as the original. Now next is Captain America. Captain America, I think, is fine being in this set. He should have had the red boots. That's my opinion on that. The Black Widow, though, should not have been in the set. Even though you gave her leg printing, should not have been in the set. It should have been Hawkeye. The only way you can get Hawkeye is from that $500 Avengers Tower set. And I'm sure I'm like with everybody else, I don't have $500 to spend on a big set like that. So I would have loved to have a Hawkeye to complete my 6 with the Quinjet and this set. And it's sad that I can't do that, to be honest. So that really does suck. The Loki figure is also a downgrade to me. I don't care for the plastic cape, even though it does look pretty good. I prefer the cloth cape. The fact that you don't get the hairpiece does suck, and the fact that you don't get the handcuffs to go with the mouth plate piece when he's defeated sucks. You do get the Tesseract, so I guess that's good. Whatever. And yeah, it's just a downgrade as well. My next figure, the Chitauri Soldier. Nothing crazy, but he does look pretty decent. It's a good army builder. So far, the Chitauri Soldier is the best figure in the line, and that is sad. I am not impressed with this set at all. I am very disappointed, to be honest, and I actually really wanted to like it. I like buying sets and figures and stuff to enjoy them, and the fact that I'm not really enjoying this set really bums me out, because I was so looking forward to this set when it was first released. But I don't know. Am I being too harsh on this set? Am I just cranky tonight? I don't know. I guess that's kind of up to you, but my opinion still stands that this is a pretty set, to be honest. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know if I'm being a little too harsh, or you guys do agree with me, and I would love to know your opinions. Let me know what you guys think if you have this set for yourself. Also, do not let my opinion bother you in any way. It is just my opinion. If you actually like this set, I shouldn't have to say this, but you can like the set without me liking it. I feel like that should be a no-brainer. But yeah, it's not a set for me. But it will look pretty decent next to the Quinjet. I just got to find a good way to display it. And yeah, maybe one day I'll get that Hawkeye separately. I just have to pay $40 for it though. But that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I think that this one is a fun review. This was a fun review. And even though I'm very disappointed, I still like how the video came out. So let me know what your guys' opinion is down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys on Friday for our next review. And man, we are 800 subscribers. That is crazy. I've been on this platform for 4 years, and it's still really cool that the channel's just growing, and I hope you guys are enjoying what's happening along the way. But that is pretty much it. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one.